What's up, family? I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're charged up in the spirit. I hope you're truly understanding what you were made of, that there's greatness within you, that nothing and no one can ever take that away. Not even death itself can take away your greatness. Yet, we stress and struggle with the day-to-day. We feel that money is so stressful and the root of all evil. We look at the world with these eyes of disgust and blame and what ifs. Yet, what you're looking at isn't even real. Like in the Matrix, it's a dream. If it wasn't for you standing there looking out through those divine eyes of yours, what you see wouldn't even exist. That's the kind of power that embodies inside of you. That's the kind of force that is giving you life. That is what you really are. Yet we have been conditioned and have become masters of limitation. And we feel that we have all these things we must do first before we can rest in peace. We put it up on our deceased tombstones, but yet we never think about, why can't we rest in peace while we're alive? Why is it that we have to struggle and make it seem like the world is so hard? Maybe because we're not looking at the world from the right place. God says I am. The devil says I am. You say I am. Which I am are you living from? Are you living from the dimension where everything is harmonious and everything has a place and an order and everything that happens has to happen? Because that is the place where God rests. That is the eyes that God uses to see His kingdom. And we have the ability to transcend our demons and reach that height, reach that level of consciousness before we die. We have the ability to die before we die, to resurrect, to shine and come out of the ashes like the phoenix rising. We have the power to come up like the sun and radiate so much energy that everyone can be nourished by it. But in order to tap into this power, this God force, we have to transcend the ego. We have to let go of the things that we think we need in order to be happy. Because there's nothing that God needs to be happy. God doesn't even know what happy is, because He was the one that created everything. Therefore, there's no need for Him to feel sorry about anything. Just like we have the power to rest in our peace, and although we might see the world suffering, although we might see the homeless, the terrorists, the enemy, we can look at them and understand that God has a purpose for them in this world. And the reason why they probably are on the path that they are is because they have wavered from the Creator. And what better way to help them go back to the right path than to let God channel His wisdom through you by being so selfless that you will go up to them and show them that you are of a different order, that you are from another reality, that you don't let this world tarnish your purity. Your example alone will send chills down their spine, and it will compel them to change. That is true unconditional love and the power of it. But that will come with time. If you really want to help the world, if you say you want a better world, instead of pointing the finger at people, sit in a chair, close your eyes, ask yourself, who am I? Don't wait for an answer. Dive deep with this question into your being and understand what it's going to point you to, and savor it, because there is nothing else in the world going on right now that is more important than you sitting down with this question. I guarantee you that, because the portal it's going to open in your heart, there's no words. In the story of Jesus, when the clouds opened up and he was transfigured, this is what they're pointing to. If you do the work, which really isn't that much work, which is why it's so difficult for us, because we feel we need to do this elaborate, epic thing to be the hero of the universe. No, if anything, the idea of who you think the hero is needs to fall away. You were already the hero of the universe when you came into this realm incarnated. You taught yourself otherwise. So now you must unlearn what you learned. And that's very tough for some people, because they feel that who they have made themselves to be is all that they are. But this armor that we create, that we call our persona, is not real. It is constantly changing. Every 5 years you can ask yourself what your likes and dislikes are, and I bet you that they're different than the ones that you had 5 years prior and 5 years in the future. So if you really ingest this and understand that all the masters, all they did was they lost who they thought they were. And by forgetting who they were, people cannot forget them. How ironic is that? So just rest in your being. And whenever thoughts come, see them pass like clouds in the sky. You are the sky. You are the canvas that God is using to create this world with. You have convinced yourself that you are the character that was written, that was drawn on the canvas. But you are so much more than that. You are the character and the canvas. So just go out there and show the world the example of true love. Find it in your heart, and then be the example for others to follow. That is the work, if there is any work to be done. Love you guys. Namaste.